What's up, guys? Your boy Billy Clint here from Team At a Time. I figured I want to talk about this card, Kami no Sukoku, aka Solemn Notice. Pretty much this is going to be a powerhouse card when it comes to the TCG. In case you guys don't know what it does, it's pretty much said down here. It's a trap counter, or aka counter trap, as we say in the TCG. But activate one of the following effects by paying 1,500 life points. When a monster's effect is activated, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. If either player would special summon a monster, negate that special summon, and if you do, destroy it. That's going to be big here in the TCG. And we all know in the TCG that in some way, shape, or form, life points when it comes to cards like this don't matter. When we had the Solemn Brigade, we had, what, 2 Solemn Warning and Solemn Judgment, or Solemn Warning and Solemn Judgment. I believe that most likely these cards will probably be used in a lot of decks. Not all decks, but a lot of decks. Some decks like Clown Blade in the TCG, I don't know if they'll be able to pull it off, considering that they paid quite a few life points as it is. In the OCG it does it, so I don't see why I can't do it in the TCG, even though that's a whole different meta, but that's besides the point. It has 2 cards built into it, as we both know. First one's Divine Wrath. In case you guys don't know what Divine Wrath does, when a monster's effect is activated, discard 1 card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that monster. Good thing about Notice is you pay the 1,500 life points, so you don't have to neg 1 in your hand to activate the card. Another card that it has in it is Blackhorn Heaven. I'll go ahead and read that to you. When your opponent would special summon a monster, negate the special summon, and if you do, destroy it. So it has both of those cards into 1 card. So if you try to compare Notice and Warning, I believe can negate normal summons too, which is something that puts it just above Notice. Also uses cards like Call the Haunted. Call the Haunted. Also, Powerful Rebirth, stuff like Shaddoll Fusion, can't be negated by Solemn Notice. But still, for the life point cost, this card is going to be phenomenal. It can be used here in the TCG and the OCG. Even though they have more back row destruction in the OCG, it's something that's needed over there too. Definitely by they have cards like Shockmaster. We used to have Shockmaster in TCG, but it's just too powerful. That's something they actually still have over there in the OCG. In case some of you guys might be newer to the game, don't know what Shockmaster does. It was 3 level 4 monsters that you can just put on the as XYZ material. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card to declare 1 card type: monster, spell, or trap. That type of card if spell or trap cannot be activated, or if monster cannot activate its effects until the end of the opponent's next turn. This card locked out games, man. If you got this card on board, your opponent wasn't doing anything for 3 turns. So this was big over here in the TCG. Too big for us to handle. We ended up getting rid of it. OCG still has this freaking card. So Solemn Notice over there and over here will be super big, especially if we get cards like Infinity, I believe. That should be coming in the TCG sometime next year. But if we don't get it, I don't know. Half the things I don't know about Konami when it comes to like this ban list, but that's another subject. But they do have this over there, and this card is strong. Yeah, when we get stuff in the TCG, we'll see how that thing goes. But like I said earlier, the cards, basically it's going to be one of those Solemn Brigade cards. I don't know if people are going to run it at 3, even though when it gets here, it's going to be at 3. Can you imagine this card? I just thought about that. Imagining this card at 3 when it first comes out. This is going to be nuts. Some decks will be able to handle the life point decrease. Some decks won't. But top decking stuff like this it's just going to be nuts if your opponent doesn't have an answer for it. So, what do you guys think? This is a small discussion, but I definitely want to know you guys' opinions on this card. And if you feel like this is going to be a major powerhouse in TCG, leave in the comments. Tell me why. But yeah, this is Mr. GG from Team You Are Out of Time, signing out.